Phantom 3 Pro, Mavic Pro side-by-side flights. I'm going to take both of them off from on top of that orange case. I'm going to do my best to do the same flight path. What I'm going to do is try to monitor my altitude and distance away from me from the same takeoff spot, so I could try to keep the flight path as similar as possible. I'm going to try to do 5 to 10 minutes each, so I have some options to choose from. I'm going to do looking into the sunset, away from the sunset, looking straight down. I'm going to try to do a quick loop over the cemetery. I'm going to try to use the road that I'm standing on as my runway, more or less, so I can try to keep the flight path the same. All right, let's get these up in the air and check it out. Eventually I'll probably get to catching the Mavic, but there's no landing gear like the Phantom. So that's another thing I like about the Phantom is the landing gear. I can catch it in the sky. I don't have to land it on the ground. But the Mavic won't let you just land. It stops, it senses its distance from the ground and it stops, and then you either have to slide to land or you have to hold the stick down and it will auto land itself gently. So that's not too bad, but there are certain situations where you want to catch it because you might not have any flat ground and you want to grab it out of the air. You can probably get it under the belly and just turn it off, but I'll work up to that. It took me a while to work up to grabbing one of these by the landing gear. Never mind grabbing one that has none. I can say the handling wise, the Mavic is much smoother. Definitely a lot smoother. Not as fast though as the Phantom 3. Now both of these I have not adjusted any of the controller settings on. I was actually totally happy with the controller settings of the Phantom 3 Pro right out the box, so I never adjusted them, and I have not adjusted any of them on the Mavic yet because this is only the third time I had a chance to fly it. So the comparison out of the box, I'm going to call that pretty accurate because I have not changed any of the controller settings yet. I will probably change controller settings on the Mavic after this weekend when I get some more fly time in, but it's been crappy weather. I just haven't had a chance to do that yet. Okay, as you can see, there are a lot of differences between Phantom 3 and the Mavic. Not only the size of the actual drone, but the size of the carrying case it takes. I mean, yes, this can get a little bit more compact by taking the blades off, but the case that I have in use for it, I don't need to take the blades off, so that's why for this demonstration, I did not take them off. I obviously don't have as much fly time in with the Mavic as I do the Phantom 3. I can say I love this Mavic. This is amazing. It fits in this tiny little bag. I do not have the second battery. There is a battery in this drone and a battery in this drone case. I will have it on March 2nd is what DJI is telling me. There is plenty of room in this case. I could probably fit 2 or 3 batteries in this case along with the Mavic and the controller and have no issues. They both film in 4K. The camera that I'm shooting on only films in 1080. So the only thing that I did to the footage between the two drones is shrink it 50%. It's all going to be 50% the actual size. I will, however, do a 4K version of just the flight, and I will put that in a video link that I'll put in the description below and at the end of this video. I mean, the size alone, all of this will fit in my backpack. This takes up a lot of real estate in your car. This case is not carry-on size. I have to ship this when I travel. I did start off by purchasing a carry-on size hard-shell Pelican case, but the drone is about a 1/4 inch too big, even with the blades off, to fit inside that carry-on case. So I went with this. This is a Nanook 950. It's made specifically for the Phantom 3. I can fit 4 batteries in there, and I can fit, this is supposed to be an iPad slot, but I think it's for an iPad mini. The big iPad doesn't fit, as you saw earlier. I just rested on top. 4 batteries, a charger. It's got 2 miscellaneous things. I actually keep the extra blades. And also, here's the extra blades for the Phantom. They're long, where the extra blades for, I don't have them here, but they are the size of the blades. They're tiny. And I actually keep a GoPro in here normally, but I was using the GoPro at work, so that's at work right now. Yeah, this case is great. It's been shipped all over the country, holding strong. It does have, the one plus about this case is it does have a luggage handle on it, so I can extend this and just drag it behind me. So that's a plus, but I have to deal with this big bulky case as opposed to something like this that can go right in my backpack. Now I love this Phantom 3. I'm going to continue to use this Phantom 3 often. All of my vlogs and my videos will be shot 95% on this Mavic Until I get my battery, I will probably be utilizing this a little bit, but that's really only the next 3 weeks or so. After that, I should have my other battery. And down the line, probably come summer, I will probably try to purchase a third battery, really depending on how much I use it. If I need 3 batteries in a day or a weekend, then I'm going to get it. 2 might last, at least for the summer when the weather's warmer. But as my overall review goes, the comparison, I mean, they both fly and handle phenomenally. The portability alone, the Mavic wins. It's just tiny. I don't need to carry an iPad because my phone is always in my pocket. Now, the one thing I don't like about the phone is it's a much smaller screen, so I'm kind of spoiled using this iPad where it's a much larger screen. I can really see what's happening, which is why my maiden voyage, I couldn't really tell that everything was soft. I did not have the focus peak turned on at that point. Now the focus peak is turned on, so when you're looking at the phone, everything that's in focus kind of has a red highlight to it, so you can tell that what you're shooting is in focus. So in summation, I mean, make your own decision footage-wise between the two. I tried my best to do the same flight path. It's going to vary slightly. There's no color grading done onto any of the footage. It's all going to be straight from the camera. I think the DJI Phantom 3 might take a slightly better video right out of the box, but I don't have all of the parameters figured out for the Mavic Pro. So that's going to be a bit of a learning curve. It's still new, so I don't have all the parameters set on this just yet, where I've been flying with this for about a year. Now, this has the auto infinite focus on it, whereas the Mavic has a touch focus. So, I've been told if you touch the sky, it works basically as the focus does on the Phantom series. It seemed to work for me, no problem. The focus peak showed everything that I wanted to be in focus was in focus. But I know a lot of people think that the camera on this isn't as good as the cameras on the Phantom 4s. I have never flown a Phantom 4, so I can't compare to that. If you really want to see what that's like, you can jump back, and Casey Neistat did a side-by-side between the Mavic Pro, the Phantom 4, and I believe he did the Karma because he didn't actually own a Karma, so he just took a GoPro and walked with it. That was more of a joke, but he did a side-by-side between the Mavic Pro and the Phantom 4. All day, the Mavic Pro is going to win for me. Just the portability alone, the camera's phenomenal. I don't have to carry this. I only have to carry this. Well, there you have it, the side-by-side between the Phantom 3 and the Mavic Pro. If you like this video or any of my other videos, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. You can like by giving me a big thumbs up. You can subscribe by hitting that big red button down below or clicking on my floating head at the end of this video. Thank you.